wanted to thank everybody for coming out tonight. We all know why we're here. I'm hanging out with Ryan Gordon and get this bad boy kicked off.
First off, I want to thank y'all so much for coming and supporting this awesome cause that we're doing and helping this one man that helped so many people in our community for 46 years. 46 years. We're not just helping Coach Sullivan. Per his request, anything, he only wants the money to cover his medical expenses, his insurance will cover. And anything above and beyond that that we collect is going to be donated to the charity of his choice. Number one, SAT, for the SAT prep classes for underprivileged kids that need help with the classes but don't have the funds to do so. Number two, the St. Jude's Cancer Children. Because we want not just to help Coach, but to find a cure for this blamed, sorry sap-sucker named cancer. I just got a phone call from someone's nephew, Joey. Me and Coach met yesterday, and it's supposed to be for an hour, and it turned out to be 3 hours. I don't know how much Coach was talking to a story. Well, unfortunately, it's really fatiguing that conversation that me and them had yesterday.
I just want to tell y'all, the Chapin High graduates, Chapin High community, I just love all of y'all to death, and I can never thank you enough. And what I want to do, if it's okay with y'all, is I want to tell y'all a little bit about 1970 through 2018. I hope y'all don't mind staying here to 3 o'clock. And I might still be talking. Hey, it's good to see those athletes and those engineers and those accountants. Everybody's represented all over all the states. The first thing I want to tell you is that from 1966 to 2000, we had 2 principals at Chapin High School, Evans Proctor and John Anderson. And I want to tell y'all that's unheard of. That is, let's see, 34 years of just 2 principals. And the good thing, Evans Proctor, he played football at Newberry College with my older brother, so he gave me a job over here in 1970. And John Anderson was the elementary principal, he was the education department, he was the high school principal. That man knew everything about education, and we certainly appreciate him. He was a great principal. Then we had 2 athletic directors from 1968 to 2006. And we talking 30, let's see, what is that? Yeah. And let me just tell you this, Coach Cecil Woolbright was over here, and a lot of y'all know him, the older ones know him, and a great motivator. And when we integrated in 1968, he just molded the African Americans and whites together. And I mean, did we ever have football teams and basketball teams? Coach Woolbright did the job. He was a great motivator, and he loved the kids. He was a disciplinarian now, but he did a great job. And the good news is he had 3 sons, and the first one was Marty Woolbright, and he was 20-2, and he played tight end in Carolina. And then there was Roger Woolbright. He was 41-5 in 4 years. And then there was Rex, and everybody said, well, the youngest Woolbright probably can't even come close to matching the other 2. But y'all not gonna believe it, he won the first 25 games he quarterbacked. And he was 25-1, so all together, the crazy Woolbrights were 86-8. You know, when I came over here, I said, God, have mercy. I moved into something called paradise. And then we had the Boston girls. Pam Boston Shear. Is Pam here tonight? There she is. Hey, 2,053 points that girl scored. Holy snack. She was 60. She was 64. 25-7 during those 3 years, and we won the state championship with a 25-1. Yeah. And I want to tell you all this too. The good news is when we went to play the championship game over at the Coliseum, they had 3 girls over 6 feet. There was 6'4", 6'2", and 6'1". My tallest girl was 5'7", and they were 27-0 and we were 24-1. And so when we first started the game, the coach ran a man-to-man the first time down. So I called timeout. You know what I told them? The championship is ours. They're gonna run a man-to-man against my little fast girls. Forget that jump. We're gonna win this game, and we beat them 50-33. And they ran a man-to-man the whole time, but I reckon since they were 27-0, they felt like they could run it one more game. Tough busted. Hey, y'all know that I love 0, 0, 0, 0. And y'all know about the girl that wanted to know what a road jack was. You know, hit the road jack. She asked me what a road jack was. And let's see, you know it's bad news. If they call you ugly, you never worry about it. But if they call you ugly, you gotta fight them. That's the ugliest of the ugly. You know? And if they call you an idiot, don't worry about it. They call you a dodo, don't worry about it. They call you a moron, don't worry about it. But if they ever call you a doron, that's a cross between a dodo and a moron. You gotta fight them. But let me just tell you, the second athletic director was Eddie Muldrow. I see him back there. Hey, Coach Woolbright won, let's see, 111 games. Eddie won 169. Can you believe those two coaches won an average of, let's see, 7.2. It'd be 7.2 games out of every 10 games they coached. And you talking about integrity and never saying a curse word. That's why I was the defensive coordinator for those 2 men. So they were good church, fearing men, and I just love what they did for the kids. If you said a curse word out on that field, you got 4 hills of leather. And they always looked at me and I said, take 56. You know, I'm the math teacher. But let me tell you, we're talking about the girls. Penny Bostain scored 1,482 points per system. And we had 3 other little girls that was fast as grease lightning. And every time we played them, we just ate everybody up. And I just loved all the way up to 2000, everything about Chapin. And there was a math teacher called Amy Chapman Taylor. Y'all probably know Amy Chapman. And she had a brother and a sister, and her mother and father, the Chapman family, was the best. Well, she had a, let's see, a 99.1 average when she was in my classes. And when I came, let's see, when she came over, I taught her in 1988. And when she came back, she was my boss. She was the department head. Hey, if you ever want to learn anything about AP stats, she's the best AP stats teacher in the whole United States. You make sure your son or daughter takes that. And then, let me just tell you, we had the mayors, we had the Bowers, we had the Woolbrights, we had the Sheelys. The first 8 people in Chapin I met when I got over here was Sheelys. And my last name started with an S. So you know what I told them? I'm going to the courthouse and change my name so I can get along with this town of Chapin. But anyway, we just had all those good athletes. And there was an old guy named I Am Hip. Y'all probably have a hip hip hooray. He was a walk-on in Nebraska and played tailback for Nebraska. And Jerry Bowers played fullback for Indiana. They had a big game on television, and they announced the starting fullback for Indiana, Jerry Bowers, and the starting tailback for Nebraska, I Am Hip. Both of them from a little town called Chapin. I called them up and fussed about that. I wanted them to say Chapin, Chapin. But you understand why we had such great records? The reason we had great records is we had the fullback from Indiana and the tailback from Nebraska, and then we had all those other athletes, the Sheelys, Danny Sheely, Lynn Sheely, and old Cotton Sheely. Some of y'all know old Cotton. He's always got the hat on, and he's mean as a snake. That's what I love about those boys. When they go in church, they're the nicest things in the world. When they put those pads on, kill them. It is real good. I know the officials used to tell me, said, you can't say that word, kill them. I said, don't worry, I'll never say it again. Take their heads off. And they would threaten to penalize at 15 yards, you know. But I wanted to tell y'all, I love Chapin, and the good Lord is number one. Y'all know that. And if he wants to take me, he's going to take me. I hope he'll give me 15 or 20 more years to help the little kids across the state with the SAT and the ACT. I just love helping them down in the low country. That's where I was born. And y'all don't realize what's going on down there. They have a permanent sub all year. And I just can't stand that when I go to school and see some woman up there eating crackers and a drink while they trying to look at a computer and learn a little bit about education. It's ridiculous. I get in the car and I cry. But I tell you what, they're getting better and better. And that's what I want to do. I want to get back as quick as possible. Now, one thing I want to say, we had families moving in, and one family that moved in was the Shelbys. Everybody knows the Shelbys. And I know Paul LaRose said, I got all these state champions in wrestling. I said, well, forget that junk. I got some linebackers, and I got some defensive backs, and all that. But I'm telling you, John and that old Patrick, Swansea talked about Patrick 4 years after he graduated. They couldn't knock him off his feet. And then John got 35 tackles in the last game, 21 solos and 14 assists. I mean, the Shelbys, good Lord have mercy, I love them. But I love all the athletes that we had. And his old, let's see, his old Chris, let's see, I think the last name is skipping. The one I call God Almighty. Where's Chris at? Where's Chris at?
Chris Smith, Got Him Mighty Smith. I mean, Got Him Mighty Chris. It's Chris Smith, but I don't...
Yeah, anyway, every time, hey, he did a good job, but every time he made a mistake, I said, God Almighty. And, but anyway, let me just tell you this, though. Look at the crowd, and look at the people in Chapin, and I just love them to death, and I know I'm going to leave. Oh, wait a minute. When I went to Newberry College, I ran a 4.940. I could throw the football 65 yards. I was mean as a snake tackling, but when I ran that 4.940, they said I could take water out to them. And so I had a backup. I had 6 brothers and 7 sisters coming up and everything, so we lived out in the edge of the country, never ate out of a store until I was a junior. We just had everything, no chemicals, you know. It was good food. 150 chickens, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But we just had a good time out there. And I would take my trombone, and I would go out to the woods and play and scare all the animals away. And I did that when I started doing that about 2 or 3 hours a day. So I had a backup. Everybody here probably knows David Santiago. Hey, David Santiago is at Newberry College right now, and it's a loss for Chapin Middle School. But I will tell you this, you're talking about a great trumpet player and a great person, and he married a MacArthur. My God, he's got to be good, I guarantee you. And, but David, my Lord, I tell you what, I played in the jazz. He came to me in 1988, and he says, W.F., will you play in the jazz band? I said, I would love to. So I went to guidance, and I got a playing period, the same period they were practicing jazz. So I played with him for 10 years. He wanted me to show him how to play the blues and stuff like that. Well, at Newberry College, I played in the Dixieland band, the jazz band, the college and orchestra, you named it. We played for a little bit of everything in Atlanta, Charlotte. And I had to play 20 solos with a strange band, and you can't miss a note. If you miss a note, they're going to take you $400 away. You know, and you know, $400 was a lot of money back in the 60s. That was a lot of money. But anyway, David Santiago, and look at Mr. Abel. God have mercy what he's doing too. We just real fortunate in Chapin to have all this. And in basketball, there was big old John Rogers. And John Rogers, he knew everything in the world about basketball. He took over the tennis program after I started it. And I'll just tell y'all, is Big John here? There he is, there he is. But, and guess what? He married a Lassiter. I mean, my God. But John came from the Citadel and all that. But all the coaches through the years, y'all know Larry Friendly, you know, he did pass away from cancer. But the story about Larry, he always called me up and says, y'all know I weigh 265. I've lost a lot of weight. The only good thing about cancer is you lose a lot of weight, and I needed to. And if I could just, I'm gonna beat this cancer because of y'all have given me, I promise you very much. And let's see, there's so many things. And Mayor Shealy, it was a mayor for so long, and now we got Mayor Knight. I'm just telling y'all, we blessed. And the academics at Chapin is ungodly. You go down that math wing and somebody's teaching all the time. That's what you want. You don't want somebody just goofing off and all that. And they do a great job, and that's got a lot to do with Amy Taylor. Amy Taylor's because she's a, I'm trying to think, I know I'm gonna leave out somebody, you know, but, it's good to see coaches go to be principals. Mike Satterfield was principal for so many years. He did a good job for us. And y'all know that we got somebody called Akio Ross that's going to the district office for the National Principal of the Year. But you know what a lot of people don't realize? He was a big linebacker for Duke. And he was a smart man because he graduated from Duke. And he would hurt people. And what I love about him, he's from Washington, D.C. Hey, you people from Chapin, y'all don't know about knives and guns and cutting people's hearts out and all this kind of stuff. But he knew everything because he was from Washington, D.C. And then we had a coach up here named Coach Freeman. Y'all know how big Coach Freeman was. And I can tell y'all right now, I never was scared of anybody in high school, and I was 165. But if I was carrying the ball and Dr. Ross and Coach Freeman came running after me, I remember what my mother said. I didn't raise a fool. I'd go out of bounds. Forget that junk. I want to stay alive. And y'all know that Cecil Woolbite and Eddie Muldrow played for Carolina. Now, I was 4 years old when Coach Woolbite was captain of the Carolina in 1949, so I didn't get to see him much. But Eddie Muldrow, he did everything in the world for Bishopville High School. Y'all know that. I mean, any position they wanted him to run, he did, and he did. And at Carolina, he was one of the best receivers ever been. Coming across that middle, you can't ask for a better man. He had a good pair of hands, and I know I was in every of those games to watch him. And I probably said too much. My wife said, just take about a minute or two. Oh, by the way, I always... What I want to tell y'all is that the number one in my life is the good Lord. Number two is Vera Sullivan. Hey, she was an AP English teacher for 34 years at Lexington High School. And you know what happened? The first 2 years that I taught over there at Lexington, I met her and I married her after 2 years. I found out what a teacher should do. She did the same thing for her English that I did for coaching and teaching math. And I knew I had to step up the bar. And she's number two. Number three is Chapin High School and the graduates. Number four is the Chapin community. Number five is District 5, which is Spring Hill, and you know, Dutch Fork and Irmo. Yeah. Hey, good schools, good people, good people. And where I'm at, number 6, South Carolina. Number 7, United States of America. If you say anything about those 7, I'm coming after you. Because I love them all to death. I'm just so happy that, oh, I want to tell you one other thing about Vera. Y'all not going to believe it. I worked at Western House. Can y'all believe this is the first time in 65 years that I'm unemployed? Because I got cancer. At 7 years old, I went into cotton fields and I made $13.20 a week. I picked 110 pounds of cotton every day, average, and they gave me $2.20. And I made $13.20, and a lot of the adults didn't make me $9 or $10 a week. That was 52. So this is the first time in 4 months that I've been unemployed since I was 7 years old. And I want to tell y'all, the GoFundMe, if I need to use the money for medical bills, I will. If not, we're going to figure out something real good, you know, for the cancer and stuff like that. And y'all know I'm not going to be sitting at the Bahamas saying, those fool people, they'll give money to anybody. You know how some people will, they'll just go ahead and take the money and do anything with it. You ain't got to worry about me, I'll tell you that. But let's see, I just want to make sure. John, you think anything?
G. Teal.
Oh, a keel.
Teal. H. Teal.
Oh, Gene Teal. Where's Gene Teal at? Oh, there's Sherry. There's Sherry, okay. We got always, there he is? Okay, yeah. Yeah, we got to always mention the Teals, you know. Bart Teal was here, Chapin when I got here, and he coached the boys basketball and I coached the girls basketball. And with old Gene and I, let me tell you something about that man right there now. If you ever got in a jam anywhere, he was a good man to have around. Hey, he could handle himself. He might look like a little short fella, but you're gonna be on the ground, baby. And we loved him in Newberry College. I don't know, Gene, I don't know who that boy was at Newberry College, but I remember he weighed about 100 pounds more than you, and I thought between the two of y'all gonna kill each other. I didn't think he had a face when he got through with each other. But let me just tell you this though, he's not that bad a person. But he's a good man to have around if you ever need a good man. But the Teals are real good people, and Sherry, she had a twin. Gorgeous. She's real gorgeous, I tell you what, I'm gonna say it. But hey, you can't say anything about my glasses because I had cataract surgery. And I'm 20/35 like this, and I'm 20/15 like this. So I don't need these. Okay. Huh?
Doesn't look.
But I tell you what though, I wish I could mention everybody I see out here, but Pam Bostain, Miss Maria, and Mr. Norman, I'm telling you what, best parents you'd ever want to see. And I just moved into paradise when I moved into the Chapin community. And see Ryan Gordon behind me? Let me tell you, in 1991, they decided, I don't know why they did this, they decided north-south they were going to take an assistant football coach. And they were looking across the state to see who had been around the longest probably. So they did get me to go to the north as an assistant coach. And Ryan was selected to go for the north as a linebacker. And let me tell you about Ryan Gordon here now.
Oh my goodness.
He was a coach on the field. That was the fewest timeouts I've ever called in my life. You know why? Because he got everything straight in practice. That's why he had 32 tackles, he had 28 tackles. I thought his last name was Shelby there for a while. But let me just tell you this though. He did a super job all year for us, and when we went down to Myrtle Beach together, the coach Bass, he's a great coach, and he was going to be the defensive coordinator. Well, I thought since I was assistant coach, they would let me take anything out there to help the head coaches that were down there. But I went over to his room every night to learn everything we were going to do. And he had a problem with his kidneys where he had to go to the bathroom a lot. And when he would go to the bathroom on the field, he would just turn everything over to me. And so I would call the defenses because the rest of the head coaches never met with him, so they didn't know what to call signal-wise or anything like that. So during the North-South game, y'all not gonna believe this. This guy came over and interviewed me. You know why he interviewed me? Because the player said, he's the defensive coordinator. And after I got through, he said, thank you. I appreciate that defensive coordinator. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. He's the defensive coordinator. But anyway, they interviewed me and they thought I was the defensive coordinator. But I want to tell you this. Ryan Gordon was not a better man. On that football field, he's mean as a snake, and that's what you got to be. And I just love all the families through the years and all those linebackers and defense. We had some of the meanest people, old Pete Bundrick, some of them from way back. Good Lord of mercy. I wish I could name every one of them. But I will tell you this. Wait a minute. October the 27th, 1978, Coach Woolbright won his 100th ball game. And let's see. I have to go back and it was 46-0 in Ware Shows. And he won his 100th game, and he won 3 more that year to get 103. And that was after 11 years, you know. And like I said, Coach Muldrow won 169 games. But the main thing about Coach Woolbright and Coach Muldrow, good Christian men. That's what you got to have coaching boys nowadays. I don't care what anybody says. You can cuss and all that, and you can win some ball games one year, but you're going to lose sooner or later with your attitude, you know. And then we got old Scott McLeod back there. Hey, I was going to ask Scott McLeod, does he know anything about baseball? Hey, did he do a good job? Hey, he's 4'8" this year. He was #1 all year, no pressure, no pressure. And he did the job. Next year he's gonna be 5'8". We know he's gonna win it again. But anyway, it's good to see the coaches and everybody here, and I can see some of the old people. Oh, Conan the Barbarian. Conan, old Dustin. Hey, it is good, and it's good to see some of the old neighbors from the old neighborhood, yeah. Good people, good people, good people. Let's see, Vera's, hey, they said to go to 12 o'clock now. But anyway, I wish I could just stay here with you and tell you about 1970. Oh!
Yellow belly shot sucker.
The reason I came to Chapin, I thought since I had all these friends over in Lexington, I was going to be a Wildcat for 50 years. But after I married Vera, you know what they told me? You've been here 2 years, she's been here 6, and when you're married, both of you can't stay here. Good luck in life. So that's when I kind of said, I'm going to find a small school. And I heard about the Woolbrights over here, and I heard about Mr. Proctor, and they had a bad math teacher, and they wanted a good math teacher, and I said, I don't know if I'm good enough, but I'm going to go over there. And I will tell you this, though, because of Vera, I moved over here and I was an Eagle, and then I moved into Paradise. And by the way, Pam Shear, her husband Ray Shear, one of the best math teachers I ever. When you know certain things in math, and when I'm talking to somebody, I can ask them, what's the absolute value of X? And most of them will say, X? But he's not going to say that. I mean, I'm sorry, the square root of X. And he'll say it's the absolute value of X. You know why he'll say that? Because he knows his math, and he was a great math teacher for us, and I appreciate every year he stayed up here. And I appreciate old Ray here. I know I wish I could just say everything. I see these people that I know. Oh my God, Allison Cox. You talking about one of the best sax players in the world? That girl right there with the glasses on. Holy. And there's old Betsy, right? Old Betsy. I tell you what, that girl right there is one of the sweetest girls. And there's one other thing I want to say. Somebody said, oh Lord, here you go. The secretaries. We have a secretary up here named Alberta Hollowanga. And I want to tell y'all, I lost my father early. Coach Woodbine was 45, I was 25. He was my father. Eddie Muldrow was like a brother to me. Miss Hollowanga, I lost my mother in 1980. She was my second mother. I love going out there with Pete and sitting on the porch with her and just yakking about anything. When you do that, you're going to learn a lot about life from people. And Miss Hollowanga did a good job, and then Helen Cumberland, is she here? There she is. You talking about and her daughter, yeah, super. Helen was a great secretary, and you know Lynn Mann, and then we got Cheryl Longshore and Lisa Chavez, and we know Thurston Chavez. And how many people here know Pastor Cox? I want to tell y'all, we used to play church softball. I used to go down there in Columbia, but when it was time to play church softball, I'd be sitting in the Methodist church. So you had to be there half of the Sundays. And y'all know that Pastor Cox was our pitcher. Well, one game he comes walking into the gate and talking about old Thurston Chavez. We were warming up, and I was probably throwing that ball about 60 miles an hour. It was a brand new softball. Pastor Cox looked at me. I thought he wanted the softball. So I threw it, instead of lobbing it to him like you're supposed to, I threw it about 60 miles an hour right at him. And he did this. And I said, preacher, preacher. And he turns around, that thing hit him right in the nose. He went down on the ground, and I know I was about probably 15 yards from him, and I said, he's dead. I guarantee you he's dead. And I went down, his whole face was just bloody. And I checked his pulse. Yeah, he had a pulse, thank God, you know. And they took him off. And every time I came to bat that time, everybody said, yeah, there's the guy that hurt the preacher. And he had a mask on for 6 months up there preaching. I felt real bad about it. Every time he saw me after that, you know, and I had a softball in my hand, he would kind of go, well, yeah, hell, I'm ready. But, hey, the good old days in Chapin. And John Rogers and Eddie and everybody can tell you, I don't think, Eddie, you were at Irmo when we had that first donkey game, wasn't you? Oh, you were there. That's right. Well, we had a donkey game in the gym. And you know me, I got there a little late. The bad thing about getting a little late was you got the worst donkey. The one that'll throw you everywhere. Eddie got there early. Eddie could just lean over and pick up his quarter or make any kind of shot because the donkey wasn't going to do anything to Eddie. You know. But when I got on that white donkey, I said, we're going to score some points, baby. And that donkey looked at me like, and I said, oh Lord. And every time that man moved that baton, that donkey threw me up in the stands. And thank God the Chapin people caught me every time. And I appreciate that. But can y'all imagine we played a donkey game in there? One of the women broke her ankle or something. But then we had another one, you know, from Texas for that game. And, so good Lord, we didn't learn our lesson, you know, it was okay. But I know I need to go ahead and turn this back over to Ryan.
And the one person that he didn't talk about was himself. And please, this is how humble this man is. He thinks that y'all do this for anybody. Please, tell us all to get in a roar while you're doing this for Coach Sullivan. Coach Sullivan, we are Chapin. We are Chapin. We are Chapin. We are Chapin.
Hey, thank y'all very much, you know. And they said with my immune system, I shouldn't talk too long. Well, this is the second week after chemo. I'm feeling good. I'm going to turn it back over to Ryan. And look, this band. They're the band. I appreciate it. They're good. They're real good, I'll tell you that. I should have brought my trombone and scared y'all to death. I'll turn it back over.